What's up guys, Ryan here from Always Prepped, and today I want to go over the tools that I have packed in my bug out kit. I mentioned it in the previous videos that I had a lot of tools to pretty much fix anything, and that in my past I was a mechanic, and I think especially in the early stages of any kind of catastrophe where one might need to bug out, I think the right tools to fix the car you're driving or whatever is going to be really important. So I spent a long time making a list of tools that I thought would be the most important. The ones in the left over here are actually stored in a little roll-up pouch that goes in the bottom of the backpack, and I'll show you that. Some of these are less essential than others, and the most essential ones are stored directly on my LBV in pouches I can easily grab, and the rest are stored in a pouch right on my back on my combat belt. Let's go ahead and go over these. Let's start from left to right. Now, this is still a work in progress. I did mention that my bug out kit is still a work in progress, and indeed it is. So let's start from left to right. Now there had to be a point where I had to say, okay, what is a tool, what is not a tool? You can see down here we have tape. I don't have paracord. Now I do have paracord in the pack. I have bungee cords too, you know, and it's the same thing with things like the hammer over here, which you can't see, and these pry bars. You know, I also have knives and machete, an axe, you know, all kinds of basic tools. These are the basic tools I decided that one's going to need to really, anything you're going to need on the road in a situation after the collapse of society, you got here and you can work around, and we're going to go from left to right and I'm going to show you. Number one of the best, most reliable fasteners. I'm big on fasteners and zip ties. Zip ties are pretty important. I have a lot of fasteners in here. When I say fasteners, I'm including black tape, duct tape, I'll show you that, paracord, but I put these with the tools here because these are very important. Zip ties. Alright, now this is the stuff that's rolled up in the pouch that goes in the base of my backpack, and I'll show you that. Here we have, these are really handy. A really nice, well, not really nice, these are kind of a cheap set. I do actually have a pair of Blue Point ones. I don't know why I didn't grab those, but regardless, here we have pretty much all-purpose wire strippers, cutters. Anything you need to do with wiring can pretty much be found right here. Sorry about the focus, guys. I'm not the cameraman. My cameraman is currently watching me from the couch. He's being lazy. Okay, let's move on. So this is the stuff that's, again, this is the stuff that's going to be in the base of the backpack, and I'll show you the pouch. Most of the stuff. Black tape. Yeah, aka electrical tape. It fills a lot of the holes, a lot of the things that duct tape can't do. This is rubber based, whereas duct tape is cloth based. This is not waterproof. That is. They both have their ups and downs, and this definitely has its uses. For instance, you can't tear this. You can't tear this. It has its uses. Now here, I'll go ahead and grab these two tools for you. All right, I'm just going to kind of, actually, I'm going to grab one at a time here. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to reach around my camera. This is a staple of every mechanic's toolbox is going to be home-engineered, homegrown tools, such as this. This is actually a piece of a motorcycle crate when I used to work on creating motorcycles. And this is my breaker bar. This will come into play. I'll tell you why this is important. I'm just going to go ahead and lay this here for now so we can get to the crowbar. Crowbar. Do I really have to explain why this is important? Okay. Didn't think so. Let's put that back down. Now, one thing you may not have recognized is this is my duct tape. In a bug out bag such as this, space and size are everything. And we'll get to more points on that. And here's one thing. Rolls of duct tape are too damn big. One tip that you can do is what I've done here, which is I've taken like a grocery store discount card, and what I did was I just wrapped duct tape around it. It's a little tedious, but eventually you get pretty good at it. You make several of these. You can put these in your pockets, and you'll always have duct tape when you need it. Overall, I do think duct tape is more handy than black tape, and so that's why. Well, there's actually both all throughout this. All right, so we're still looking at stuff that's in the pouch in my backpack, and I will show you the pouch. We have random oddities like this. This is a little 4-way screwdriver slotted. You can fit this in so many places, and you can use it for things other than screws. Why put this in here? Well, here's the thing. This is one of those things that's like, why not? It weighs like ½ an ounce, and look how small it is. You can just slide it anywhere. Why not? This has come in really handy during my times as a mechanic. So let's move on. Let's keep going this way. We're still on the pouch that goes in the base of the backpack. I've got a few various kinds of picks and little widgets like these things. I guess you would call these picks. They come in very handy. I don't know actually how to really say this, but trust me, you're going to encounter sometimes when there's a fastener inside of an engine or a lock or something that you just can't reach. Bam. I had room for 2 of them. I picked the 2 most versatile that I could find. One with this hook, I'm trying to get the focus right here, one with this hook and one with a straight 90-degree hook. I thought those were 2 pretty versatile ones to go with if I only had room for 2. Super glue. Again, it's a fastener. I don't think I really need it. Oops, sorry about the focus, guys. I don't think I really need to say anything about super glue. We're going to put that right back down. Now here is one of a couple sets of channel lock pliers. There's limited space in here. Now remember, this is my survival bug out kit. If you're not sure, if you haven't followed this, go ahead and check out my previous video series where I show it and explain the purpose of everything. Because right now, see, here's where we're breaking into it and like getting to the nitty gritty of what goes into it. Channel lock pliers. The reason why I have a couple pairs of these is because I only have so much room for wrenches. I have what I deem to be the most important wrench sizes. Everything else you're going to have to use adjustable wrenches and channel locks for. I know that's kind of frowned upon in the mechanic community, but guess what? Yeah, let's move right along. A simple number 2 Phillips. I actually have a couple of these because why not? This one goes in the bottom of the backpack. The other one actually goes right on the front of my LPV vest. Here, this is simply extra razor blades for my, I have a box cutter over here. A nice, simple $7 box cutter that you can get from any store, and whoops, there's no blade in it. Okay, well, good thing I've got some extras now, isn't it? All right, so let's continue moving down here. We're still in the bag. All right, so this is a magnet. You can only imagine the many uses it would have. Actually, right now it's kind of getting in the way. Let's put this back down. All right. Here are some of the things that some people may not have thought of. Here we have some hardened steel punches. Why would you need a punch? Well, actually, I'll tell you. You know what? Let's take a quick little aside here, guys. We're going to pan this camera over to some of the other tools. And yes, this all fits in my bug out kit. Right here we have a little multi-tool. Now, I don't put too much stock in these. It's going to do a lot of the things some of these tools do, but it's not going to do any of them as good as the tool that's meant to do it. For instance, we have some needle nose pliers right there at the bottom of the screen. But why not have a multi-tool? All right, so the point of this is, I'm actually borrowing this from my roommate because I couldn't find mine. These were actually broken, and I fixed them using that larger drift punch right there. So there's that. These tools will even fix other tools. Yeah, these things were broken. They didn't want to fold right. Let's go ahead and get rid of these. Let's go ahead and put these down. Okay, we're almost at the end of the stuff that was in the bottom of the backpack, and wait till you see how compact this stuff actually becomes. All right, small little itty bitty tiny channel locks, because this is one of those things. It's like, why not? You know how small and lightweight these are. They're really not taking up any real estate. They're really not. Here we have a small collection of Allen wrenches. Now this is just kind of a preliminary thing. I haven't really settled upon the 3 sizes of Allen wrenches I would want just yet. Of course, I have full Allen kits, you know, the kind that fold up like you know, but those things are big and they're bulky and they're heavy. All right, now here, this is one. Okay, that is it for the pouch that goes in the base of the backpack. And wait till you guys see how small it actually is.